Hello YouTube, Hayden McLeod here. Today we're going to start playing a game called Cattails. And before we get into it, I want to mention that my channel could possibly have a new editor coming along. His name is Jordan. I'll be leaving a link to his channel in the description. But anyways, let's get into this. As you can see, I have not played this much, but I've played a bit. Please select the difficulty level. Note you can change this later at any time. Let's just go with easy. And this. How to capitalize this. Nice. I want pink eyes. Gray kitty with pink eyes. That's us. So we're a little kitty at the adoption center right now. When a girl notices us, she loves us. Her parents buy me for her, and they take me home. She loves me so much. They feed me, they keep me warm, they care for me. But one day, when we were playing, her mom gets really mad for no reason. We didn't knock over the vase, we didn't do anything. So Pissy Lady takes me and my owner, and then she drops me off at the side of the road. And that's how our story begins. Me curled up at the side of the road, lost, with no knowledge of how to hunt or survive. You, Coco. Hey, what are you doing out here? What button is thing? You don't look like you're from around here. I'm Coco, by the way. Why don't you come over here and tell me your name? You can move your cat with WASD on the keyboard. Try it out and go talk to Coco. Your name is Hayden? That's a good name for you if you don't mind me saying. You say you were left here all by yourself? Dropped off on the side of the road? How terrible! Well, if that's your story, you've got a lot of learning ahead of you. You'll have to fend for yourself out here in the wild. If you don't know how to forage and hunt, you can't expect to live more than a few days. You better listen closely to everything I have to say. I can show you how to survive around these parts. First things first, you need to know how to forage. There should be some golden seal around here. It's a green leafy plant with a bright red berry. Missed something about curing wounds. Why don't you find some golden seal and bring it to me? Shouldn't be too hard to locate. Let me know if you need some help. Go and gather. If I remember correctly, it's right over here. Ball. Looks like you found golden seal. Why don't you try giving it to me? You'll have to dig it up from your inventory and hold it in your mouth first. Great work! You'll be foraging like a pro soon enough. You go ahead and keep that golden seal. By the way, you never know when it may come in handy. I'll leave it in your inventory. There's lots of plants that grow around the wild. Golden seal, lavender, catnip, and marigold to name a few. They all have unique uses, so make sure to gather some up and try them out if you see them. Just remember that all plants need time to grow back after they've been harvested, and some plants will only grow in certain seasons. You're also going to need to know how to find food for yourself. You'll need to eat regularly to stay healthy and alive. You can eat some plants like berries and licorice root, but they don't fill you up very fast. You'll mainly want to eat prey that you catch with your own paws. That's the good stuff. I don't suppose you know how to hunt, do you? I'll show you the way. Why don't you sneak around and find a mouse? They make for tasty snacks. First, sneak around so they won't hear you coming. Then find a mouse and get close so you can focus on it. You want to get as close as possible without scaring them off. The closer you get, the better chance you have of catching the mouse. Don't worry, mice aren't very good at spotting us cats, so you can get pretty close. Then, pounce on the mouse once you're focused and ready. If you did it just right, you'll have a nice meal waiting for you in the grass. Sorry if you miss your few tries. Hunting is tricky and you won't always catch your prey. Just keep moving and try again. You got all that? If you need to hear it again, just talk to me. I'll repeat myself for you. Good luck and happy hunting. There we go. Hey, nicely done. You're a natural hunter, Hayden. Why is my throat so sore? But you'll need a whole lot more than just one measly mouse to keep yourself well fed and in top shape. Don't let it get to your head. You can find all sorts of prey to hunt throughout the wilderness. Most will see you coming from a lot further away than a mouse will, so you'll have to stay alert and keep learning. You can always get better at hunting by spending experience on your passive hunting skill in your skills panel. All this hard work is probably making you hungry. Why don't you try eating that mouse you just caught? Keep an eye on how hungry you are, Hayden. It could be the difference between life and death. Now then, have you any special skills? Any sort of training that cats of your upbringing go through? No? None at all? Well, that's not surprising. I am about to teach you a Coco specialty skill called Sprint. You can use it to gain a quick burst of speed. You can sprint to cover ground quickly, to run away from a fight that's too big for you, or to catch up with prey that's escaping. So, I'm gonna say this now. I am pretty sure this game was made in inspiration by the book series Warriors by Aaron Hunter, which some of my subscribers may know me as a huge fan of. I've been rereading the series lately, and I thought, like, a lot of my subscribers were generated on the fan base Amino, Warriors Amino specifically, so they'd probably enjoy this game as well. So that's one of the reasons why we're playing this. The other is because it's just such a good game with a good story, and it's one of the few games I can play. I got this game for Christmas last year. I don't know if I've said it. Almost through the tutorial. Yes, that's just how it's done. You can use Sprint every now and then, but after you use it, you'll have to wait a few seconds before using it again. Every active skill you learn will work in a similar way. Normally, you'll have to gain experience to learn new skills, and you can only equip a new skill while inside your den. You'll gain experience by hunting, fighting, foraging, and even by sleeping. There's lots of skills available, such as combat skills, travel skills, support skills, and more. You can have any 4 active skills at a time, so you'll want to experiment with different combos to find what works best for you. You can also use experience to upgrade your passive skills, which are hunting, fighting, foraging, and swimming. You can manage your skills in the skills panel. Remember, passive skills can be upgraded from anywhere at any time, but active skills can only be equipped or unequipped in your den. You can also spend experience to upgrade active skills that you really like. Usually that means they'll become more powerful and you'll be able to use them more frequently. You should also know something else about the wilderness. Cats that live here don't like intruders very much. Any cat found trespassing on another cat's territory can be attacked on sight. It's our way of life. That's why you need to know how to fight. Most cats join a colony that provides guards and bases of operations for protection. Often the colonies clash. Border skirmishes or even all-out wars are not uncommon. I need to know what I'm working with here. How's about the 2 of us spar real quick? Fair warning, I won't go easy on you just because you're new. Come over here and let me know when you're ready. You ready to spar with me? Alright, a few pointers before we begin. Cats fight by pawing at each other with their claws. It takes some time to complete an attack, and during that time you won't be able to react to my attacks, so time your attacks just right. You'll want to make use of your agility to escape my attacks, anticipate my swipes, and get out of the way before they hit. Remember, I'll be vulnerable while attacking because I won't be able to turn around or move. Same goes for you. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Attack! You put up a good fight, Hayden. You've got a lot to learn, but you're not bad for a beginner. You can always become better at fighting by spending experience on your passive fighting skill in your skills panel. Fighting can be an excellent way to flex your political muscle too. Every day, a few battles will begin along the borders of the colonies. If you participate, you can help a colony gain influence over an area. Speaking of the colonies, surely you want to join one. It's a great way to get started in the wild. I know all of the 3 major colonies that have a spare den to give you if you'd like it. We're actually not far from the forest colony right now. I can lead you there and help you get settled in. I'm sure the mayor wouldn't mind having a new face around town. There are good cats in the forest colony, and you'll fit right in. How does that sound? This is going to be really the big decision. I'm gonna show off the other options, and I actually want you guys to decide in the comments what clan I should, or what colony I should join. What are my other options? I said, there's 3 major colonies that live out here. I'll tell you about them. You can make your choice. You can make my choice. There's the forest colony, which I mentioned earlier. They're good, friendly cats that live in a bramble patch deep in the oak woods, just to the north. They're definitely the closest colony to here. I'm sure their leader, Mayor, would be happy to take you in. There's also the mountain domain, a proud collection of cats dwelling near a waterfall in a rocky basin. They're way up north. They're led by a fighter named Leo. That cat is always looking for more paws to bolster the number of border skirmishes in the domain. And lastly, there's the Mystic Colony. strange cats that live in hollow logs deep within the old wetland. They find their leader a bit hard to connect with at first, but Alyssa is a good cat at heart. They're all, even the wacky ones. What do you think? This is where I'm gonna leave the episode off. You guys vote in the comments on what colony you want me to join. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, hit that bell to turn on notifications, and I will see you in the next video.